So it kind of occurred to me when I went to lunch with my kid was what happens when a kid doesn't have enough money to pay for their lunch in their account. It didn't really come as an emergency to me until dinner time when I had a conversation with that same kindergartner, who's my second child. He asked me if a child takes food from a garbage can at school, are they stealing? And we talked about what stealing means and why would they take food from a garbage can. At that point, I knew a little bit that there might be kids facing food insecurity locally. It wasn't until my second grader at the time looked at me and said, well, what are we going to do about it? 1 in every 5 children in central Minnesota are unsure of where their next meal will come from. We wanted to feed complete meals because the more we found out about hunger, the more we realized that it wasn't necessarily that the kids weren't eating anything, but a lot of times they're eating the wrong things just because that's what's cheapest and what's most accessible to them. This one has soy nuts in it and crackers, whole grain, low sugar cereals, and everything is a 5-year-old is able to make themselves eat themselves with very little adult supervision. We had asked around a lot of businesses, but it wasn't until I think the youth director at Celebration Lutheran had mentioned that they could help with this and that they could do a food drive. And we thought, would a food drive be enough? I actually live right down the street from Celebration and hadn't really been involved at all or even been inside the church. But I walked in one Wednesday and people were pouring in with food. It was a really emotional moment for me to see that. And a lot of them were kids carrying in food. All night long, there was several times that I cried. But right now, our waiting list is a little bit over 190 kids. And that's just for 3 schools. So Madison, Discovery, and North Junior High. Teachers were coming to us and social workers were coming to us and saying, we've seen a marked difference in the anxiety level of the kids that are receiving FAC packs. There was this older gentleman who came in and he asked, who's behind this program anyways? He stood there in the hallway and he kind of kept coughing to kind of choke back his tears, and he said, I'm raising my grandkids and this makes it possible for me to keep them in my home. When we found Celebration and Celebration found us, it really kind of gave us this boost of, hey, we can do this. We have, this tremendous group of people that are willing to help us feed these kids, and this is sustainable and we can do this. So that was huge for us, and Celebration has been with us all along the way.